We're here to talk about the flop shot in golf. The spectacular looking, high flying, quickly stopping shot that we're going to be using with a lob wedge or a sand wedge or maybe even a super lob wedge. It is a dangerous shot for sure, because if you get it a little bit wrong and you blade the middle of the ball in taking a huge swing from a short distance, well, it's over the back of the green and maybe in the muck over the back of the green or in the water or in a bunker. And the other thing about a flop shot is you can really only play a flop shot from a well-grassed area. So if you're playing on a golf course that's middle of summer and it's very hard, very dry, very bouncy, very hard to take a divot, you better make sure you've got the right bit of equipment in your hand. So if we're on hard, bouncy lies, that's fine, but you will need a sharper bounced wedge or a low bounce wedge, maybe a 4 or 6 degree wedge. If you're in lots and lots of fluffy grass, bounce doesn't really matter that much because we're going to basically be cutting through or under the grass, and in this situation here we've got quite good coverage. We've got exceptional coverage, in fact. So a flop shot. We only want this ball to go about 25 metres, but we're going to be taking a swing that would suggest that we're going to be hitting the ball maybe 100 metres. We want acceleration, we want commitment in this shot. And it's really basically it's got a lot in common with a bunker shot. So a flop shot, we're going to be taking a big swing. We definitely want some grass contact here. Even if you get this a little wrong and hit it slightly fat, maybe maybe a couple of centimetres behind the ball, but you're continuing your swing, you'll still get away with it. You'll still get away with using the bounce of your club. So ideally, we'd like to pick the ball nice and clean and then hit a little bit of grass afterwards. But if you do happen to catch this a little bit behind in the grass and you are continuing and accelerating through the hitting area and finishing right all the way through, then you can get away with this a little. So a flop shot, we're going into, this is not short game chipping where we're in close dominating the ball. We're now backing up from the ball. We're going to aim a little bit left with our body line. And our club face is going to be opened up. What does that mean? Open does not mean this. That hasn't done anything. That's just put you in an incredibly awkward starting position. Open doesn't mean this, because nothing's changed. Yes, the club's open, but my hands have changed with it. So by the time we get back, we're going to be, we're all square again, the ball's gone too far. Opening the club face means twisting it in your fingers first, then laying the club down behind the ball, which now gives the appearance that the club face is aiming about 30 degrees to the right. So the club face is aiming about, let's say, 30 degrees to the right, and my body's aiming about 30 degrees to the left. I'm going to swing on my body line. Ball should go to the target. So here we go, we're going to give this a whirl. Ball position, we're going to play that up the front of our stance. And that will appear quite unusual. If you were to set up squarely first, that ball looks like it's left of the middle, but not quite as far left as my left foot. As soon as you then open your stance, the ball will actually have an appearance like it's in the middle. So there's a bit of an illusion for us, and that's what makes it a little confusing sometimes. Well, hang on a second, I've got the ball in the middle now. Well, no, you don't. The ball is left relative to target, not relative to yourself. Opening up the club face. Weight a little left, and we're going to stay left here the whole time. There's no need for any shifting of weight and moving on and off the ball. We just simply stay left. Now, similarly to a bunker, we're going to be a little bit further away from this ball than we'd like potentially. For a normal shot, I might be in here. But because this is flop shot, we want low, open, producing high results. So I'm further away from the ball than normal. Weight left. Grass. Grass is the key. We have to hit some grass here. Okay, so I did hit that a little bit fat. I still got away with it. So I'm not unhappy with the result. I'm not overly stoked with the result, but I've got it across. Let's imagine we had a bunker in front of us here, or some sort of hazard or something that was awkward and we had to get across it. Well, we've done our job. We've got it on the green and our next shot's a putt. So I'm quite happy with that. So just to recap, wide, further away from the ball, widen your feet, ball nicely left, weight nicely left, and commit to the shot. So we want to chaff up a bit of this grass here. We want some grass contact and we want you to follow through. If you follow through and commit to the shot, you'll get decent results. I hope that improves your flop shot technique, and I hope that gives you a bit more confidence to pull that shot out of your bag.